Hi, good day, guys, and welcome back. This is Michael, and
Kyle here.
this would be our final video that we would be implementing in this series for ITEC 124 operating system platforms. And what we are looking at today, what we will be looking at today, is Windows deployment services. So just to give you a little brief info on what the deployment services is, it basically enables you to deploy Windows operating systems over the network, which means that you don't have to install each operating system directly from a CD or a flash drive. It will be done over the network itself, meaning that the installation files will be managed or stored on the server, right? It has a lot of benefits, meaning that once a client requests the files to be installed, they can just pull it from the server itself directly. Requirements of actually implementing this Windows deployment service is that you must have the Active Directory installed, which is the ADDS service that we did. You must have the DHCP service installed, as the service this service use the IP addressing feature. You must have the DNS, the domain name system, installed, right? And you must have admin credentials to the server itself, which we have checked all the requirements, and we are now heading into the installation of the Windows deployment service. So it's a feature and a role that we would add to the server, and like always, we will click on manage and add roles and feature to this server. You hit next. It's a role-based feature, so you click next, and we're using the same domain that we did for all the other installations, previous rules that we added on. Click next, and here's where now we look for exactly that feature that we're looking for, which is the Windows deployment services. This box is going to pop up, this wizard. You're just going to click add feature. Alright, we're going to go through next, do what features are being installed. Click next. Alright, it gives you a little information about what the Windows deployment service does, and things to note. As I indicated earlier, it must have the DHCP and the DNS available. Click next. Deployment server and transport server. Click next. This is an optional feature, but I always try to add this on, because once we're doing a installation, a major install, I would always want the system to reboot. That's just my personal opinion. And hit install. Alright, and this is gonna do the installation. Alright, so the installation has been completed. We're just gonna close off this, and that's pretty much it. We have successfully installed the Windows deployment service. Right, it is always recommended that you go through the wizard in terms of how to upload the image file itself. We're gonna to mount it so that you can actually put the operating system onto the server. Alright, so after the installation has been completed of adding the role and feature Windows deployment service, we're just gonna go on tools and come all the way down to Windows deployment services. We're gonna go on the server and just click on the server. We're gonna right click on the server itself and configure server. Now this wizard is gonna open up, and we're just gonna follow the wizard. Right, it's as indicated previously, we had to ensure that we had an Active Directory domain service, a DHCP, a DNS. Well, NTFS is the file system that we use, but NTFS, and we're gonna click next. Integrate with Active Directory, click next. Now this is the file whereby the image of the operating system will be stored. It's on the C drive. We're just gonna leave it as that. Right, this is the file path of the installation folder. Now this warning message is saying that it's not recommended that you store the file on a C drive. So if we had possibly had another drive in my computer, we could have go ahead and stored it on that, but we just have one file. We just have one C drive. The drive is this is the drive we had created previously in another video, but we only have C drive available. So we're gonna leave it on C drive. Just click yes. We're gonna leave these two checked because we're using a DHCP server, and click next. Alright, we're gonna respond to all clients that would make the request, but for the unknown clients, we're gonna check that we have the administrator approval. Well, they must know the admin credentials for unknown computers that would request the deployment service. Alright, and it's gonna go through the overall deployment service wizard now. Alright, and we hit finish, and that's it. It successfully added this server to the deployment service. But to install, you still to add an image, you still have to go and install images. And this window, we'll just end the video here, but to go on further, you would need to add an image, install image, and you're gonna you're gonna give it a name, click next, and you're gonna browse. I don't have an image right now, but you're gonna just go to my computer wherever you have an image, and you're gonna upload the image to the service. Right, and you're just gonna, once you go through this wizard, you'll be fine. Right, and that would be successfully adding the deployment service in terms of remote access of installing an operating system over a network. And that's basically what the deployment service does. Alright guys, so thank you so much for tuning in. This would be our final video, as we have come to an end. Unfortunately, we have come to an end to our ITEC 124 operating system platforms. We trust that you have been enriched in some way or some form, and it has been a journey for us. Alright, so thank you from myself and alright, so have a great one. Bye.